Hi there, and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Pundit reckons Arsenal could sell really good player for an absolute fortune this summer. Speaking on the Handbrake Off Podcast, Adrian Clark has been discussing how Arsenal need to reshape their squad this summer, and he reckons there could be a big name departure in order to facilitate the signing of a new right winger. Clark spoke about Arsenal potentially selling a big name player, and he floated the idea of Gabriel Martinelli departing for a sizable fee. He said, I'm going to throw a bomb in there. We don't have the backup on the right for Saka. So, do you sell big? Do you sell Jesus or Martinelli for a massive fee to buy someone who can compete with Saka or be a good stand in on the other side? It's an option. I'm not saying I want it to happen, but sometimes you have to sell someone really good to regenerate the team. It wouldn't shock me. I don't want Martinelli to go, but off the back of the season he's had, it wouldn't be the shock of the century for me. This time last year, selling Martinelli would have been a preposterous idea, but now it's not that far-fetched. Leandro Trossard has overtaken him as the first choice left wing option, while Gabriel Jesus and Emil Smith Rowe are very competent deputies too. Martinelli is worth a fortune, and at this point, it may be worth considering selling him in order to flesh out other areas of the squad that need work. Don't be shocked if this is a play Arsenal make in the summer transfer window. £45 million Arsenal player has decided he wants to leave. Title winners want to sign him. Thomas Partey has had a really difficult season at Arsenal. The Ghana international, who joined the Gunners for €45 million in 2020, is one of the best midfielders in the world. He played a massive part in Arsenal's attempt to win the Premier League last season. Darren Bent claimed he was even better than Declan Rice in 22-23. However, this season, Partey has been limited to just 7 starts in the Premier League, four of which have come since April this year. The 30-year-old will enter the final year of his contract in July. Arsenal will have to extend his deal if they plan on keeping hold of him. However, if a report is to be believed, the Gunners' number 5 has other ideas, as per a claim that Partey wants to leave Arsenal once the summer transfer window opens, bringing an end to his 4-year stay at the Emirates. The report reveals that Turkish champions Galatasaray wanted to sign Partey in the summer of 2023, but a deal didn't materialize then. Galatasaray want to try their luck again this summer and are hoping to sign the midfielder for a reasonable fee as he enters the final year of his contract. When Thomas Partey is fit, he is one of Arsenal's best players. The Ghanaian has been brilliant for the Gunners in each of the last 3 games, and he has started against Bournemouth, Tottenham Hotspur, and Chelsea. He really is a fantastic player, but Arsenal could consider selling him for 3 reasons. First, Partey will have just 1 year left on his contract in July. If Arsenal keep hold of him and he doesn't sign a new deal, they will be at risk of losing him for free next year. Second, Partey is one of Arsenal's highest paid players. Selling him will reduce the Gunners' wage bill considerably and will help them free up funds for new signings. Third, the midfielder has missed over 70 games due to fitness issues since November 2020. As good as he is, injuries make him unreliable. Bukayo Saka says £30 million Arsenal player is absolutely brilliant. Bukayo Saka has been full of praise for one of his Arsenal teammates. Speaking to Sport Bible, Saka was trying a selection of sweets and he opened a packet of love hearts. Love hearts, of course, have a selection compliments written on them, and Saka stated that he'd give Martin Odegaard a sweet that says, "You are fab" on it, claiming that he is one of his closest friends at the Emirates, as well as being a fabulous player. Bukayo Saka spoke highly of his £30 million teammate. He said, I will read the next one. It says, "You are fab. I would give that to one of my teammates, yeah." Saka was asked which one. He said, "Many of them, but the first one who comes to my head is Martin. He sits next to me. Fabulous player." Saka says that Odegaard is a fabulous player, and he is not wrong. The Norwegian isn't just one of the most effective players in the Premier League, he is also one of the most exciting to watch. Odegaard has this incredible skill of just being able to bring a ball under his spell in any situation, and that sort of skill makes him just incredible to watch. Odegaard has that perfect blend of being aesthetically pleasing and incredibly efficient, and it's very easy to understand why Saka appears to be such a big fan of his captain. Regardless of whether or not Arsenal win the Premier League this season, this has been a campaign to remember for Odegaard, and even if he doesn't end up a Premier League champion, he could well end up being the player of the year. It's often hard to find the words to describe Odegaard as a footballer, but as Saka says, he is a fabulous player. Fabrizio Romano says Arsenal are in contract talks with another player after Jorginho. On Thursday, Arsenal announced that Jorginho has signed a contract extension at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal also convinced Academy star Ethan Nwaneri to sign his first professional contract at the Emirates earlier this year. Now, the Gunners are reportedly trying to do the same with Chido Obi-Martin, who has made waves at Hale End in recent months. Fabrizio Romano has provided an update on how Arsenal are faring in negotiations over the young forward. Romano has taken to X to claim that Arsenal are now in negotiations with Obi-Martin's new agents, Elite Project Group. The 16-year-old is now with the same agency as Bukayo Saka, Jadon Sancho, and Folarin Balogun, added the transfer insider. Romano then concluded by saying Arsenal are still pushing to agree on contract terms with Obi-Martin. Obi-Martin was born in 2007 in Glostrup on the outskirts of Copenhagen and moved to the United Kingdom as a teenager, joining Arsenal in 2022, aged 14. He has quickly risen through the ranks at Hale End and has been making waves thanks to his incredible goal tally at under 18 level. As per Transfer Market, Obi-Martin has a staggering 29 goals and 2 assists from just 17 outings in the under 18 Premier League this term. Arsenal start to leave the club with another deal already in place. Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale is set to leave the club at the end of the season, according to Football Insider. The report states that the England goalkeeper has already reached an agreement with the club to leave in the summer. After Aaron Ramsdale made a strong impression for the Gunners last season, many supporters were taken aback by the announcement that Arsenal were set to recruit David Raya on a loan deal that would run until the end of the season. However, the Spaniard has impressed in his debut season at the club and won the Premier League Golden Glove by keeping the most clean sheets. His move to the Emirates Stadium is set to be made permanent this summer, which will pave the way for Ramsdale to quit Arsenal. Raya's maiden Golden Glove award has been made possible by the fact that the Gunners are the most defensively sound team in the Premier League. The Spaniard completed the feat with 2 games remaining in the current season, recording his 15th clean sheet of the season. Mikel Arteta had already made up his mind about Raya and he wants to make the move permanent. The North London club would be hoping to get a good price for the England international goalkeeper. Ramsdale's sale will help the club inject cash into their transfer business, which could see them sign a striker and a midfielder. Pundit thinks a very important Brighton player could sign for Arsenal. Speaking on the Handbrake Off Podcast, Adrian Clark has been discussing who Arsenal could sign as a new backup goalkeeper, and he stated that he could see Brighton's Jason Steele coming to the Emirates. Clark spoke about the very important Brighton goalkeeper. He said, I have floated the idea of like Brighton's steel, someone who is capable of playing out of the back and would be delighted to be sub-goalkeeper here, but is also Premier League standard, Steele or another Arsenal old boy, I could say. Jason Steele isn't the type of signing that would turn heads at Arsenal, but it would be a very logical addition to this squad. The Brighton goalkeeper is very comfortable when it comes to playing with the ball at his feet, while he is also a capable shot stopper. Now, more than ever, goalkeepers are being valued on their ability to play with the ball, and Steele excels in that regard. However, getting Steele out of Brighton may not be easy. The Englishman has started 16 league games this season for the Seagulls, and he is valued highly at the Amex despite Bart Verbergen's emergence as Brighton's number one this season. Whether it's a Steele or someone else, Arsenal could certainly do with signing a goalkeeper in this mold who can play from the back and act as a backup to David Raya. Arsenal really like the idea of signing powerful £35 million player this summer. Arsenal are on the hunt for a new midfield signing this summer. The likes of Martin Zubimendi and Bruno Guimaraes have been linked heading into the summer, but neither of those deals will be easy. Arsenal may need a secondary plan if they can't sign either of those players, and according to Steve Kai, speaking on KS1 TV, Manu Kone is a player that Arsenal also really like. Kai spoke about Arsenal's interest in the powerful midfielder. He said, other than that, there are a few. Kone, they have been looking into. They do like Kone. Onana again, I think, is a non starter. I might be wrong, but he can get a game for Everton at the moment, and they are asking for 60 to 70 million pound. Manu Kone isn't as proven as the likes of Zubimendi and Guimaraes, but he is equally as exciting. Kone is the captain of a very talented France under-21s team, while the official Bundesliga website has compared him to Jude Bellingham in the past. It would be interesting to see what sort of role Kone would play if he joined Arsenal. The Gunners' midfield plan this summer appeared to be based around bringing in a more defensive player to allow Declan Rice to play further forward, but Kone is a player who likes to maraud and attack himself. If Arsenal signed Kone, perhaps Rice would drop back into his more natural number 6 role again, and the Frenchman would be the one who is given license to attack. Kone would certainly be an intriguing signing for Arsenal, and with a valuation of £35 million, he would certainly be attainable for the Gunners. The Bundesliga star is certainly a player to keep an eye on heading into the summer transfer window as Arsenal look to bolster their midfield. As we wrap up today's Arsenal news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.